really awesome collections. I have a personal interest in amateur film.
The Saltaire collection.
We have a collection called the Sanborn Fire Insurance Maps.
A copy of Galileo's Dialogo.
We have the Everett Roos family collection.
Collection of correspondence or letters between a Japanese-American couple. Both of them were interned in the Topaz internment camp.
Presently have more than 5,000 posters.
Original page from James Joyce's Ulysses.
An artist named Neil Passy.
We were anonymously given a Christmas card by Adolf Hitler.
Every day, hundreds of students walk through these very doors, unaware of the treasure that lies above them. Located on the 4th floor of the Marriott Library, the Special Collections holds within its archives maps, posters, rare books, audio and video archives, manuscripts, photos, and so much more.
I think the most important thing for students to know about the archive is that it is here for them. It's open for everybody to walk in. They don't have to know what they want to see. They can come in and say, I want to see something cool. And we can pull out thousands of objects, thousands of collections, thousands of books, tens of thousands of books. So we want people to come in here. We want people to use the collection. And there's no reason why every student in the university couldn't walk through the doors and see something that they might have a connection to.
I and everybody else was really excited when Marriott Library opened. It represented a quantum leap in terms of the quality of storage and of access to the collection and the sheer scope of the material that's included. The library present has a collection that is easily 4 or 5 times as large as the collection that it replaced, which had been the library for many decades previous to the time that this building opened in 1969.
They can actually touch history. And I think that's the exciting thing about it, is to be able to actually see history through the person's eyes that actually experienced it. So sometimes you'll see an old photograph that's all wrinkled and it's of some lady, and you can tell that it's been in the wallet of some World War II veteran. You know, they've carried it into battle and everything in their wallet. You can see how worn it is, or you'll see their diaries, there's something with notes on it and everything. And so it just makes it so much more personal.
Special collections belongs to everybody. I mean, we might take care of it. We are, we're the ones who make sure that everything is safe and okay. But it belongs to everybody. And there isn't anything that we have you can't see, not one thing. And it's because the university belongs to the state, and the state belongs to everybody.
The voices of kings and peasants all together from different places and different times, and there's something about that I find comforting. When in the 21st century we're like, what the heck what is the point, and blah blah blah. It's inspiring to be surrounded by all of those really great minds, and then all of those not so great minds, but people trying and people feeling as if they have something to say and finding a means to say it.
The archive contains unique material that can't be matched in the rest of the library. And particularly if you're working on a project that has any kind of local or regional aspect to it, you'll find material in the special collections that absolutely cannot be matched elsewhere in the library. And if you don't make use of that, then you are really missing out on the most important resource that the campus offers for that kind of work.
A lot of the materials that we have here come from, people's musty basements. We pulled a collection out of the old Salt Lake Tribune building, went down there were no lights in the elevator, and it was the only way to get our big carts up and down, so we're all crowding in this tiny elevator with these big carts of heavy boxes. And I don't know, it's the places that you go to get these things, it can be an adventure. A little Indiana Jonesy sometimes, but when you're able to go into places like that and then bring the items here, I mean, sometimes it's a little overwhelming at first, but then by the time you go through all those processes with the collections and it's in, it's on the shelf and it's organized and it's in its archival container, you can really see the difference between where it started in this like forgotten basement to where it ended up as this publicly accessible collection that people can use to, learn about their history, learn about a topic, and who knows which things are going to be the most valuable decades from now.
Students come in and look at the books, and as one professor said, geek out. It's really fun to watch that happen. They're holding 500-year-old things, 3,000-year-old things in their hands. They're holding things that, those same things that changed the world. They're holding new creations, new ways of using the written word as a tool of communication. And all of that is thought-provoking, and and I think people have the same or a similar reaction that I do every day. I never get tired of it. This idea that we're part of a continuum, that there were people struggling with lots of things before we were. So really, really neat things happen in that classroom because of the books. One student this semester said, at the end of class, said, "Best day of college ever." And another student at the end of a class this semester said, "This was like a sacred experience." And then another student at the end of a class this semester said, "This was transformative." So this has been a particularly great semester for very vocal reactions like that. But it can be transformative, and it's fun to see. It's fun to be a part of and witness the books create their magic.